So for that, let's take a look at the C-suite. Meet Olivia. Olivia is the CEO of Droning On and On. A few months ago, she was promoted. She promoted one of the managers in the marketing department to be the Chief Marketing Officer, the CMO. Now, the new CMO has been with the company for a long time and is a skilled marketing professional. Now, the main reason Olivia hired the new CMO was because of their time with the organization and their skills in marketing. However, the person didn't really show aptitude for leadership and managing people, nor were they provided the leadership training and support in order to take on this new role. Now, Olivia assumed that being an experienced marketing professional would be enough to lead the department, but it really didn't take long for the new CMO to run into problems. They seemed to be a little out of their depth with the new responsibility, and because of this, they were stressed and anxious all the time. They were worried that Olivia would think she made a mistake giving them the promotion. So they started to micromanage their team, which they would take all of the credit for the work the department did, and they would lash out at the marketing team if anyone said anything or challenged them. Now, this lack of recognition left the marketing team feeling very unappreciated and hating their jobs. Now, the CMO is a classic example of a bad hire, which is the act of hiring someone who does not have the right skills, cannot adjust to the workplace culture, or simply cannot be productive or effective in their position. Now, a bad hire is a bit of a misnomer. Often, when someone is identified or labeled as a bad hire, it's often because they're not being given the proper training or support to create the proficiency that they need to be successful in their job. This does happen when hiring new employees, but is actually far more common when promoting within. Often we promote someone due to their tenure with the organization or because they show technical skills in their jobs. Looking at the previous example, the CMO was a good employee who was good in their previous role, but they were promoted without any additional training or support. They were often not promoting someone because of their leadership skills. We often expect that they will pick up the abilities to inspire and motivate others on their own without any help. When we have someone who's a bad hire, they're not only doing their job poorly, but they also can have a large impact on everyone else's work. And this is especially true when they're in a management position. This can be the beginning of a chain reaction that can lead to all the other issues we just went over. There's also a direct financial loss to productivity with a bad hire. The average cost of a bad hire can be equal to 30% of the individual's first year earning potential. So that loss will continue without intervention beyond the first year. The longer the bad hire is in their role without the skills needed to be successful, the more the issues will compound. So let's run the numbers. The bad hire it costs 30% of their salary for the first year, and the salary for the CMO was $125,000. But it also causes absenteeism, presenteeism, turnover, and disengagement in their team. Then $37,000 is how much the CMO has lost in their own productivity. But that's on top of what was lost by the problems that they created with their employees, which can likely be tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars every year that they're in their role without the proper leadership skills. Now, a single bad hire can cause major issues in the workplace. But when that bad hire is in a leadership role, it can infect all other employees and create employee absenteeism, presenteeism, turnover, and disengagement, and can also create poor employee recognition. Now, these 5 common issues that exist within this company are causing the organization to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. An organization cannot be losing this much productivity, this many customers, and this much money and think they're going to last. These types of issues put even the most innovative companies on borrowed time. Now, this financial loss has its name. Surprise, surprise, it's called labor value loss. And the harsh reality is that most organizations are already losing money right now. Right now, your company can be having some of these issues and paying dearly for it. This loss often goes unnoticed because the money isn't accounted for on the balance sheet.